already has the playbook for how to close this out written for them.
They've been listening to us. They've been doing their homework. I probably saw them sketching on their notepad earlier. Toucan knows how to play this game, and they're going to try to play it to their prime potential, but Enharmonic is still seeking this space for their own. Still Enharmonic losing that going all the way to the ledge. Toucan trying to keep them there as they know that ledge is not where Enharmonic plays their best, and it's just been the ledge game here. Toucan sending King K. Rool over the ledge and trying to keep them there. Oh, the ice off the edge! Enharmonic barely able to save themselves from certain doom.
Yeah, and it's not, it's no Richter and it's no Simon, but it's a pretty decent impression.
Oh,
Enharmonic is going to be the one to come out on top there. They recognize that, look, I already took a hard loss, and I can't afford this to happen again.
They hit Toucan off the edge of the map, threw the cannonball out. I believe the cannonball was sucked back in, and then they hit Toucan again to get that first stock. Toucan is going to answer back here, evening up the score lines. So now it is 2-2 stock here in this third place matchup. Enharmonic looking to try and find that advantage. Toucan continuing to try and keep them at bay for the most part. But Toucan is just continually trying to juggle. Enharmonic is staying in the center of the stage and is trying to make quick work of him. As already you see Nana flying off the edge, able to save themselves though.
I was going to say, the interesting thing about this matchup in particular is that you do have two characters that really do want to focus this ground center game. They don't necessarily want to play the ledge work, but it does have a little bit of an advantage for the edge work and the aerials for the ice climbers here. So Enharmonic, it's a better situation, but it's not where you want to be still.
Enharmonic getting thrown off the edge. It's Toucan trying to keep the ledge game. They missed that ledge grab to try and keep Enharmonic off. But still Enharmonic is getting battered around like a beach ball right now, just trying to keep themselves alive in this matchup. 123-62 here so far in the scores, but it's Enharmonic who's starting to count up the percentage of Toucan. And there goes Nana. Popo now alone. Enharmonic needs to try and make quick work of this to try and get that stock advantage.
It's gonna, that's half the work done, but it's still not enough. You should be able to fight back through this, but you still have work to do. With your Toucan's only barely just creeping over to 100 now. You still have to get the slam, and that's going to be enough to do it. So now, with a slight advantage to Enharmonic, you know what? This is still, the pressure's on for Toucan here.
Enharmonic now with the stock advantage. Toucan looking to try and counter it. Perfect shield comes out from Toucan to deny that attack from K-Rool, trying to equal up the stock. But it's still Enharmonic just playing this game perfectly. Even though we saw them struggle against Richter on the ledges, they've been able to pretty much get uncontested on these ledges here. Toucan just not able to get that contest, but now is able to equal up the score.
That was about as expected. So now here on one stock, it's still pretty close to neutral. So it's really going to come down to who can better get control of these spaces. If Toucan can continue to set up these combos like they're doing right now, it's great. But Enharmonic has been countering very well, so it's still pretty up in the air in this game one.
Yeah, but now Toucan has the combo in their favor, starting to rack up the damage here. Enharmonic trying to counter, splits off the two ice climbers, but is unfortunately knocked out by Toucan. That combo not going to be used here as Toucan is looking to try and finish it out, but Enharmonic is still in this game and is still kicking as best as they can to try and keep this in their favor. Still back and forth, Toucan knocking Enharmonic away as the damage numbers continue to knock up. Nana's now out of the picture as it's only Popo versus King K. Rool.
And this makes it infinitely more difficult now for Toucan, who is behind in the numbers game. So you can see them, they're trying to find approaches, they're trying to find errors to capitalize on, but they have to play more passively. You see that shield coming up a lot more now on the side of Toucan. He knows he can't afford to give this up. Match point is on the line, and there it is!
That's it! Enharmonic hits the side air and will knock Toucan off and take the first point here in our Losers Grand Finals. Very good performance from Enharmonic, especially after coming off a pretty devastating loss, we would say.
Yeah, and that was like I said, that loss was only devastating in the sense that the characters really made the difference here. So now my question is, does Toucan have something to bring this up and counter this and change this? You already saw a very clinical takedown of this King K. Rool. Are you just going to run it back on the ice climbers, or do you have something else in your pack that you can pull out?
Oh,
they do. They
have a sub pick. They're going over to the Pyra and Mythra, which, we've seen the Pyra and Mythra before today. We saw it earlier in the losers bracket. So Toucan showing us something new here, a different pair of characters, and they aren't working together. The question is, can it work against this King K. Rool?
So it should work a little bit better in their favor now that you're a little bit more mid-rangey and you do have a little bit more aerial control. I do think that this is a good adaptation and a good counter pick, but it still requires getting a bunch of damage in on Enharmonic and getting them near the ledge in the first place. And Enharmonic hasn't had to change anything. All they've done is just say, look, I need to adapt to you. My game is perfect. I will adapt to what you bring. And they are showing that they're adapting almost fairly well. This is a common matchup for Enharmonic today.
Oh,
wow.
And they spike him before they were even able to get the ledge grab. Enharmonic definitely has read this book before, knows every single act and how it plays out. It's up to Toucan to try and turn it around here. They switch over to Pyra to try and get the damage in their favor as Enharmonic trying to find their way back onto the ledge, and it is Toucan getting that ledge grab, but unfortunately misses the shot there. Enharmonic now ranking up in the damage numbers, up to over 100%, but again, we talked about Soab, it's a heavy character. It's hard to get them off the screen.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get a knockout here, so you're going to have to try to play for these aerials. And now at 130, you're in a better position to get it, but you still have to make sure you hit your combos on the ledges and make your air work clean. We're at a point where you're going to get punished if you just miss up and make the slightest mistake.
Now Enharmonic trying to keep themselves in it. Toucan does go for those aggressive plays, but has been unable to try and knock them off, and Enharmonic is making it well known that you just can't knock him off right now. Toucan goes back over to Mythra, but it's still Enharmonic knocking them up into the air. Toucan is trying to finish it off, but Enharmonic is making them pay the price, and there you go. Enharmonic loses their first stock, but already 73% taken by Toucan.
Yeah, it's earned, but it's still very difficult. And this is what I wanted to see out of Toucan in these adaptations. A little bit more aggressive, and punishing, not letting Enharmonic, making sure you're juggling and keeping these combos moving. I say that, but then Enharmonic fires right back.
Yeah, the super armor keeping them safe there from that sword slash, is able to get that combo off. Enharmonic now looking to try and get that second game in their favor. Toucan trying to equal up the score here on the stock, maybe even in the matchup, but it's been a rough road here for this person. Switching over to a Mythra, and the counter is not going to help that.
Only do so much there. Great slam to close it out from Toucan. Knew exactly what was looking for, denied that ledge grab, so great read. 1-to-1 stock here, and Toucan's only slightly ahead, but in these smaller characters, those numbers are going to add up quickly.
Enharmonic trying to finish it out here and now, trying to get over to their second game and match point. Toucan, meanwhile, trying to finish it out, trying to equalize the score,
Great
but
shot.
they're not even going to be able to get
Great
a chance to do that. Enharmonic goes in for the slam, and is now at match point to go back into Grands and get revenge up against Razzly.
You have to be a little bit concerned if you're Toucan, because if this was your counter and you're ace in the hole, it didn't take. It wasn't enough. And yeah, you tried to play a little bit more mid-rangey, but you can't. I have to assume if you're Toucan, maybe this is a matchup you haven't seen a ton of before. I don't know how many. I'll admit it. I'm not deep in the Smash community, but I don't imagine there's too many King K. Rool players out here. So you really got to dig deep and think, all right, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong, and what do I need to do to adjust this? And Enharmonic's, of course, shockingly going to rock in the King K. Rool. How does Toucan respond? He's going to go back to Ice Climbers and decide, look, this is where I'm most comfortable. I think I can win it here.
If they're going to go out, they're going to go out with what they know best here, trying to bring it close. One more match for Enharmonic sends it to Grands. Can Toucan try to equalize the score here on Final Destination, try to get their first match win of this series, and already they're getting quick work, getting those combos off onto Enharmonic.
And those combos have been the key to keeping Enharmonic just damaging. Even though it's not a lot of damage, every single point matters in a huge, thick boy like Enharmonic is playing here.
Toucan just continues to get this combo game. Enharmonic continually flies off. Toucan missing some of these icicles could cost them, as Enharmonic just trying to get that ledge back up. Now it's starting to get knocked down to the depths and is starting to lose their grasp. Still able to stay alive for now, at least until they're frozen. Toucan just trying to finish them off quickly, and has already taken that first stock.
That was a great read from that. Just says, look, I'm just going to sit here and chip away with you, just like what happened to you last game. And Toucan knows that they can probably do a little better here on Ice Climbers. They just had better luck, but immediately gets sent down. What a great slam to counter that.
Yeah, good slam there from Enharmonic to counter out Toucan's play. Now Toucan down one stock, trying to equalize this, still in the equalization, trying to get themselves in the advantage yet again. Enharmonic, however, is making use of their space, starting to knock them off the map, and is starting to separate these two Ice Climbers. Again, 2 is better than 1, and if Toucan's Ice Climbers are separated, it means bad news bears.
I mean, that's the best case scenario, but they are fighting back, and Enharmonic is, again, struggling to just, again, this is where they've been all these last 3 games, struggling just to keep themselves, just getting themselves onto a ledge. I mean, I have to imagine that control is ground in with how many times they've had to up smash here.
Enharmonic trying to keep themselves in high percentage, but is knocked up into the air. Toucan trying to keep them up there, knowing that they are not really suited in the air style. And once again, just continuing knocking them up. Enharmonic is not allowed to touch down. This airline is not allowed runway space, and they are staying in the air.
Not much like most Boeing planes. He's pretty grounded right now, so it's going to come down to everything. It's going to be, man, Toucan is just fighting, just knows that they cannot give him a space to breathe.
So now Enharmonic on their last stock. Toucan at 2. All comes down to if Enharmonic can take advantage of this. 100 health left for 100 damage for Toucan, but already Enharmonic has equalized the score. Nana falling off the edge. Toucan's able to get them back on, and now Enharmonic trying to get the ledge guard, unable to get the cannon shot off. Toucan looking to try and equalize the score. They're getting knocked off, and now Nana's out of the picture. It's only Popo. Toucan has the opportunity here to try and equalize, but is unable to get that kill before they are sentenced to their death.
Toucan does have the lead here with the 100 points already on Enharmonic, but Enharmonic is now in that positional game where he has
the cancel!
Ooh, good
the shield
cancel.
break!
Oh, it's
and
over.
Goodbye
It's
to
done.
K-Rool! Toucan is back!
Toucan has decided not to lose today, Bowsy. It seems like we're going to get closer to at least 4, and I know we're all excited about that. And it was the right pick to come back to.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, we have prizes for 3rd place. We don't. I mean, who wants to go out in 3rd place though? No one wants to go out in 3rd place. We got prizes, but that's fine. If you're Toucan, it's not about the 3rd place. It's not about the prizes. It's fighting for 1st.
You are fighting for the victory here. If you are Toucan, it's all going to be on if you can make it work here. Now heading back over to Battlefield. Enharmonic still at match point, but Toucan is looking to try and get to it themselves.
I mean, Toucan has to have a new breath of life here, and with that, especially now that you know you've won, you're probably feeling after game 1, no, this should have worked. Something went wrong here, and now that you kind of are back in position, you know what it is, you're feeling a little bit better. But Enharmonic on a stage now with a few more platforms on it, this denies a lot more of those aerials. You have a lot more ability to reposition and avoid those combos. So I think Enharmonic's choice here of level is going to be a huge factor in this.
Enharmonic trying to keep themselves in the advantage. Oh, but Popo's all the way to the edge. Nana has to go sacrifice themselves to get Popo back up. And that could be devastating for Toucan. You're down one of your duo. It's only Popo right now. And they're looking worse for wear, going all the way to the edge of the map. They stay alive, though. Enharmonic has not dealt with this Ice Climber just yet. If Toucan can get a stock here, though, it is massive.
Every chip damage, though, on Enharmonic is huge for Toucan down the road, right? You know you're not going to get it. Or he can just get the Elim, too. That's also fine. I was expecting Toucan to struggle and just take whatever damage they can get. Toucan's decided they're just going to get the stock instead.
What a rebound for Toucan, losing Nana so early, but is still able to get that first stock here from Enharmonic. Now, it's just a matter of survival. You realistically, you can't get a second stock here, can you? Just try to survive it out, get as much chip damage as you can into Enharmonic, and try to see if you can set up for another stock take once you get Nana back in the fight and you lose that stock.
Yeah, this is all just bonus damage right now for Toucan, essentially. You are living on a dream and a prayer, and I say that, the prayer is almost on its way out, but yeah, every piece of chip damage here just makes your next fight easier and keeps you alive in this finals. I say that, but bye.
Yep, shot out of a cannon all the way to the other end of the world. Toucan now loses their first stock, but Enharmonic is still keeping this content, sending them down. Enharmonic barely able to keep themselves alive. Toucan trying to send the message as early as possible that they are here to play. Enharmonic looking to try and get this advantage back in their favor, but the percentage does not speak volumes, as it's still Toucan just trying to equalize here in this scoreline. It's back and forth. Toucan looking to just close the distance, but Enharmonic sees it coming and is taking that close range to their benefit.
I mean, and Enharmonic now is struggling just trying to get any amount of chip damage in. You can see them trying to fire off the gun in the crowd a little bit more, trying to get any sort of ranged advantage they can. They know that they're losing the close range fights now, so they're trying to just get whatever advantages they can to get some damage in before they go in for the smash.
Enharmonic, 156, Toucan, 98. Enharmonic sent to the left, Toucan sent to the right, but it's still both of them on the stage, alive and kicking. Enharmonic looking to try and finish it off, but they try to go for the cannon shot, and Toucan gets them with the flank. Toucan now one away from securing match point.
Still sitting out at 100 though, so this is still a little bit back and forth, going to be able to send that cannon out. But it's, again, this is, you're fighting on bonus time. You almost expect this to be 1-1, so every bit of chip damage to make your next stock easier is just the advantage for Toucan.
Toucan looking for everything here, has that bonus stock, can make use of it as much as possible. Enharmonic knows how much pressure they're under, and now Nana's out of the picture. A shield break, it seems, that got him out, trying to get rid of Popo as well to try and equalize the stock line. But still, Toucan is alive, keeps Popo up on the field. One Ice Climber to the name. Can they take this final stock off of Enharmonic, or will they have to wait until their stock is taken first? Well, there's your answer.
There's your answer. There it is. But that's a huge gain for Toucan right there. 81 is basically half of Enharmonic's playable life right now. So you're going to see Enharmonic probably play a little bit more passively here on these attacks.
Enharmonic has to be careful, knowing that one fatal hit can send them into the abyss and to a game number 5. Toucan looking for that perfect opportunity, trying to get these ledge grabs as Enharmonic is just playing the distance game, throwing their crown, looking for the cannonball, just continually putting the pressure onto these opponents and trying to find that advantage wherever it may be. But it's still Toucan finding the distance, finding these combo kills, and racking up the damage more and more as Enharmonic's bar goes higher and higher.
Still at 150, you probably have about 50% before you're really getting sent out here. Meanwhile, Toucan at 85 is probably close to losing Nana here soon. So I say, yeah, just as that. And that's one down. So now suddenly Enharmonic looking really good to clean this up.
Yep, Toucan gets set up into the air. Nana and Popo definitely out of sync right now. The perfect shield onto the cannonball will keep them away from that. But now it's Popo running into the cannon, and Enharmonic is bringing this back. They do not want to go to a game 5. They are sending it here, and now, no, is Popo still alive? Toucan still in it. 150 to 152. Popo has to be the only saving grace, and that's exactly what they're going to do! We're going to a game 5, Soa.
We all wanted it, Bowsy. We all wanted the game 5. We all dreamed in our heart of hearts that it was going to go to 5, and we're getting it. What a banger of a losers finals.
This has been one of the most ridiculous losers finals I have seen in my lifetime. And you can tell the players, they are taking their breaths. They know how serious this is, that this is their final match. Toucan currently looking up some tunes to bop to win this matchup. Do they know how serious it is, that they need the perfect instrumental to see if they are going to be able to try and win this series and get this clean reverse sweep off, by the way, Solab.
Yeah.
They were 2 down. They're
true.
1 away from getting the reverse sweep and going on to the grand finals.
I actually forgot about that. I was so lost in the drama and the artistry of it all. Yeah, you're right. This is a reverse sweep coming in from Toucan, who fell earlier into the losers bracket here and has been playing for their lives. Yeah, you know what? We were talking about it. You prize out in 3rd place, but does anybody really want to go out here in Stanford at 3rd place? I don't think they want to do. It's just going to be an instant lock. We're not changing anything. Both of these players know what they need to do to win it, and now it's coming down to this final game 5.
Match point for both players, no matter what. This is the last game. It's all decided here on PS2. Who is going to the grand finals to face off against Razzly, Enharmonic, or Toucan as they battle it out here one by one, blow for blow, here to start out the series. But it's already Toucan gaining a little bit of an advantage.
Again, because they're able to, Toucan is able to close the gap a little bit more, and Enharmonic really hasn't been able to chip in, and because of that, they're already at 100. So now that Enharmonic is in a position to chip away a little bit more, and maybe get a little more cannon fire in, they're going to be able to try to balance these numbers out a little bit.
Toucan has to make sure that they don't lose one of their ice climbers, because if they lose Nana, it's going to be difficult. We've seen them be able to get stocks before with Popo, but it's a very difficult ask, especially if you lose that first one. Still, Enharmonic trying to get the job done. It's actually Nana who sends them to the opposite side of the stage here. Toucan trying to get themselves in the advantage. Now it's K-Rool frozen up in a popsicle, but they still are trying to get the knockoff, but once again, it's Nana to save the day.
Sometimes you got to just give it up to the NPC who helps you out. It's a teamwork here for Toucan, and maybe that's where the 2 comes from after all. But Enharmonic, you know, they're already at 116 for the side of Toucan, so you have a chance to kind of balance this out a little bit, but you're taking so much chip damage here as you're just, once again, fighting for your life on these ledges.
Enharmonic just trying to keep themselves alive thus far. Maybe try to find a stock onto Toucan, but once again, frozen up like a popsicle. It's Toucan who's been able to relegate this space control. The crown goes out, and Enharmonic is feeling the brunt force of it. Here you go, Your Majesty. Ascend off the stage.
Familiar position again for Enharmonic, and once again off the ledge, and Toucan. This is what I would have expected out of a grinder like them. They'll finally see themselves punished, but this is what I expected out of a local grinder, right? Toucan has played in these events before. They understand what it's like to come back and complete the reverse sweep. So up a stock, they are looking prime to complete it here.
Enharmonic is able to get a stock off, though, which could be crucial because Toucan was at that 3 stocks. Now it's just a matter of hitting your stride, finding these moments, finding these openings to try and stop this Ice Climber duo from reigning supreme in this matchup. Enharmonic is looking for the advantage. It's so tight between them and Toucan right now, but it's still Toucan with the advantage, and Enharmonic's damage ticker, it continues to go up and up.
It's so hard because you can see Enharmonic really trying to use those space tools, the crown, the cannon, just trying to get any sort of damage in they can. But the second Toucan knows that they've gotten past those ranged tools, they'll just move in. Look at how aggressive they're pushing, and Enharmonic just has to just retreat and give them space.
Enharmonic now tries to go for the aggressive play. Toucan does get shot out of the cannon. Popo now off the edge. Enharmonic tries to go for the risk, but doesn't take it. Throws Nana off now. Toucan has to try and save their Ice Climber duo, and it's a little bit of a backhand. Enharmonic a little bit on the wrong side to shoot that cannonball, but it's still going for the plays. Toucan knocked up into the sky, and Popo sends out to the other side of the world. They're trying to finish them out here and get that stock advantage, trying to get the equal stock. Nana's removed. It's only Popo here. Toucan is going to have to try and work their magic to try and take this series for their own, but Enharmonic does not want any of it.
No, and Enharmonic is falling dangerously close at 143. This is that point where he could get knocked out. Probably not likely to happen with only one of the Ice Climbers, but you're still behind. You're still so far behind in the stock and damage race here. And you can see it. Just look at those shields constantly go up. They know they can't afford to take any more. Finally, we're going to tie it up.
He's tied up on the stock, but Enharmonic is flying out into space. Toucan has the best advantage in the world, 163-0. Can they get the advantage they need? Enharmonic in the ice block stays in there to avoid getting eliminated, as now Toucan is trying to get them, and with the Sever Swing, that's all she wrote! Toucan is going to the grand finals as they celebrate on the stage. What a performance from those two players.
Oh, I don't know if you can hear Toucan, but Toucan just let out that yell of the Olympic that rivals the Olympic athletes that are playing right now, and I mean, that's rightly deserved. Toucan absolutely fought through their life, completed the reverse sweep. I mean, yeah, shout out to Enharmonic, who absolutely played an incredible set of Smash there. And Toucan, you're not done yet, buddy. You still got one more to go. You're in the grand finals. It ain't over yet. He's like, I know. His work is done. The good thing for Toucan, though, Bowsy, he's warmed up. He's had a tough matchup. He's ready to go. I wouldn't be shocked. You can see the fist bump here. This feels like another just like Saturday night grind for these two guys, I bet.